Welcome back. Almost fell over. Look at that. So, anyways, next project. The next project is a game changer. I'm going to change something that I originally was going to do. Originally, I was going to put a portable AC unit right here next to the driver's seat, run the duct over to the window, and I'd made a piece of plexiglass to put in there to put the vent and leave the unit sitting there because there's a specific outlet behind the couch over here. I'm gonna change my mind. And it'll actually eliminate the two heat sources I had, where originally I had it set up where there'd be a heater out here in the living area and there would be a heating supply in the rear in the bed area. So I'm changing it. I'm putting in a mini split. Got it right here. It's only a 9,000 BTU, but that's all it needs to be. Because the 9,000 BTU will heat up to 450 square feet. This bus is not 450 square feet. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mount it right here in the front. I'm going to remove this glass and it's going to actually sit right here. Here's a little diagram. It's going to sit right here. That way it blows to the back, does exactly everything we'll want it to do. In the process of getting that around, mount up in there, I have to go up in here, remove some of this bracket, and then I have to go in the storage over here, put a hole here, and then turn around and put a hole on this side. From there, it'll come out right there, and we'll run it right straight down, right with the wires, right down through the floor. And then we'll put the main outdoor unit underneath the driver's seat. Up underneath, there's a big pocket. So it's going to be mounted in there. And then on the unit, I'll put a heavy duty cord with a plug, and I'll run it back up through, and I'm going to use the same outlet that I was using for the portable. In the long run, it'll be a lot better. It'll work easier, it'll work better. We'll have better heat and air supply, let's just say that way. So with that being said, let's get on. All right, first things first. We gotta get that out of there. How am I gonna get that out of there? That's gonna be the question. I feel a seam. All right, so let's do this. Oh. Making a big mess that I didn't want to make. Let's see. There we go. All right. Pretty. There we go. That's a pretty heavy glass. Now, because the unit will cover that up. Oh, much better. Okay. Got it laid out exactly where I want it. Now I want to drill a couple pre-holes. So we're gonna go out the diagram. Go this one. One here. Now there should be nothing here. There should be an opening. Told you. But this one is go here. That's slit up, and I did. I can't see. I can't tell. I'm trying to get used to my glasses. They're prescription. I used to never wear them. Now I do. Trying. So let's go across there. Where's that hole gonna come out? Right where that is. Come down here. Now I'm gonna try to get all 6 in there. Now, do we have something behind here? Nope. That means no and no. So I got to get that one up there. And you were moved. Alright, so let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Now that we got the initial holes down here in the bottom. That's the thing. Yeah, they're on the edge. That's okay though. I can deal with that. You are hot. Okay. As you can see, first hole. And there'll be another hole right here. So once the inside unit's in place, they'll go through there, go over to there. Now we're gonna come inside this cabinet, put a hole over here, and then we'll work our way to a hole over here. Well, for now, we're going up in here. It's right here. So we gotta go right here. It's 2 layers there. Get a plier. See if we can get that out of there. Do it with the magnet. Alright, there's number 1. There's the first one. To get the second hole drilled. Oh. Come on. no. Some wires? Really? I think it might be alright. Might not be that. There we go. I'll get them over there. There. Here's the next one. Hopefully it didn't damage them wires in any ways, but I believe the wires are for the lights up front. So we got this wire, a hole, got this hole, and our last and final one. Going to be right there. But we don't have to have this big a hole. Let's go right here. Let's go this. I think 4 would be enough to hold it. First thing we gotta do. We gotta do here. Do here. No. Oh, there it is, right there. Back you up. A little bit farther. bracket. Put the bracket back on. Oh, that's way. That's light. There we go.
Alright, so this is obviously not going to be an instructional video on how to install a mini split. At this point, we ended up having to struggle with hooking the wires up in it because Bob should have done that prior. Either way, we got the wires all hooked up and the drain lines all hooked up, and I'm going to skip ahead to where we are actually putting the unit under the bus, the other half of the unit.
Inside unit's in there. Wires run over it, go through the cabinet here. They come down behind this post here. And then they come out right here. On the back side of the fender wall. You can see where the blower unit is. You can see the drain hose. So, do it this way. So, if I get down in here all the way, so you can see, it's tight quarters down here, but perfect room up underneath the driver's seat, plenty of space, and when you're actually outside, you can't even see the bottom of it. The only thing you'll do is you catch a small glance of the bracket. When you're out here, all you can do is catch a glimpse of the bracket right here. You can't even see the lower unit. And it's mounted to a frame. I actually bought the actual mounting frame for the mini split. So it's mounted here. It don't go nowhere. It may shake a little bit. That's fine. And that's where the unit's located. If I get out from underneath there. So, in all reality, you can't even tell unless you're really looking for it. But that's where the unit is. The outside unit's underneath there. That's all the electronics to the bus, to the dash and everything. And then the mini splits inside. Runs off 110. So if you like it, give us a thumbs up. Bell for notifications. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. See you on the next one.